Broadcasting from Manhattan Beach and the World Wide Web, you're listening to CHSR HealthyLife.net.
As a service to our listeners, this program is for general information and entertainment purposes only. CHSR HealthyLife.net does not recommend, endorse, or object to the views, products, or topics expressed or discussed by show hosts or their guests. We suggest you always consult with your own personal, medical, financial, or legal advisor.
Hello, I'm Ralph White, and we're Consulting to Win Radio, and we're here today to coach you in the game of business. And we coach in a win-win model where we can define winning as a result that you can be accountable for, something you said you wanted and you produced it. So we're a business coaching company of people that work with business owners and managers in creating possibilities in their business and supporting them in making those possibilities come true. I'm here today with Bonnie Landau. Bonnie, how are you today?
Oh, I'm doing fabulous. How are you, Ralph?
Excellent, excellent. We've got an exciting program for you today with our guest, Mitch Weiner. Mitch, how are you today?
I'm excellent. Thank you, Ralph.
All right, thank you for joining us. Mitch is a owner of Intellectric. One of our clients has been with us for I can't remember how many years. It's been quite some time, and we've worked together, and he's going to share some of the results that he's produced while working with our company, and we're going to talk about growing your business through coaching, and you're welcome to call in if you have any questions at 800-555-5453. That's 800-555-5453. So we'll be delighted to take any questions and answer those as we're talking today. And this is an opportunity for you to experience business coaching. That's what we do, and that's what we enjoy doing, and supporting business owners in expanding their business, growing it, making more money, creating bigger opportunities for themselves and for their employees, and really, creating bigger businesses in the economy. So, Mitch, tell us a little bit about Intellectric. Tell us, the growth that you've experienced during the time that we've worked together.
Well, I think we started working back in 03 or late 02. Back then, I ran a company. I ran this company with me being out in the field every day with about 3 trucks and about 6 employees, and I was working my 60 hours a week. And my revenue, was below $1 million, and I felt that at that point I had taken the business as far as I knew I could take it through my education and my experience, and I was running into some difficulties on some construction jobs, and ran into somebody that had worked with Ralph and recognized that it could be of help to me, so I contacted Ralph, and as soon as I spoke to him and started complaining and telling him everything that wasn't working, Ralph felt that I was a good candidate to work with him and move my business to where it is today. And where it is today, we have a new shop, about 2,500 square feet. We've got about 30 employees, and we're doing well over $3 million a year.
Excellent, excellent. So, when we started, you had your tool belt on, and you were working on the job, and stringing wire, and actually doing the physical work on the job, weren't you?
Absolutely. Every job I would go visit. I was chief cook and bottle washer. I was everything: estimator, crawler, installer, troubleshooter, you name it, I did it.
Yeah. I would say that you're a perfect example of a business owner that went from the technician to the entrepreneur. Someone that made that transition from, being the owner that started the business, and you were everything. You were wearing all of the hats of the business, and you've transitioned and grown your business and grown yourself, developed the talents, the skills, the abilities that were necessary to become a business manager, a business owner, an entrepreneur with the different departments and the different people working for you with the abilities to support you in growing a bigger company. If you look back, what would you say was the biggest obstacle to that transition?
Trusting that the process will work, giving up my control as far as micromanaging everything, thinking that nobody could do it as good as I could. That has to be it.
Now, the letting go.
Right, the letting go.
Yeah, the willingness to delegate. I find that that willingness of letting go and trusting others, and that's not an easy thing to do. I mean, your business, it tends to be almost like an extension of yourself. Like one of your children in a sense, and you oftentimes have a real tendency to not let go, and that reduces the possibility of the business growing. It limits the growth, for the future, and that way you are not able to, really tap into to the extent of the possibility that's available. What made you, or what gave you the ability to access that letting go?
That's a good question. What gave me that access? I think. Very good question. I think trusting processes that I put into place, creating, implementing processes that I need to implement in order for these people to pull off what they need to do. So I guess allowing people to do what I hire them to do for that exact position, and managing them from there.
Excellent. Very good answer. It's taking, the talents that you have as an owner. I see that most owners, when you go to replace an owner, it typically takes about 3 people to replace a business owner, a successful business owner, and that most business owners are a conglomerate of talents and abilities, either from their liking, the things they like, due to their personality, or necessity. So they collect these interests, and because of these interests, they have a certain group of expertise, which are unique. And like I said, I've done some research in the area of watching businesses growing, and usually it takes about 3 people to replace an owner in a business, and we're taking what that owner does and getting it out of their head and putting it into a system. In the beginning, most owners don't think that it can happen, but it can in fact be done. You can look at, there is a process to what you're doing. If you identify it and you break it down, you can in fact find that there are steps that you do go through. And once you identify that process and put it on paper, then you've got something that you can train other people to do. And they won't ever do it exactly the way you do it, but they can do it to a standard. And if you establish that standard and you give them a process, they will be able to do it. And I've seen that that's what you've done. You've created those possibilities, and in that process of doing that, you've been able to hand off different sections of your business to your managers, to your employees, and as you've done that, you continue to grow your business and continue to grow your profits as well.
That's correct.
Yeah. So, what do you see as the possibility as your business is growing and you continue to develop these processes? What does that open up for you into the future?
It opens up freedom. It opens up. It enables me to look for other possibilities that are out there instead of just getting caught up in the day-to-day and delivering on this product or that service or this delivery time. It just allows me to have more time to do what I do, that I want to do.
Mm-hmm. What do you think is the most important thing that a business owner should focus on?
As obviously profit margins.
Okay, good. Thank you. What else?
I think that it's the environment in which we work in. I think the environment's important, the culture that you create within an organization, so we can form a team that's a winning team and that everybody's aligned. Accountability is important. What you mentioned earlier is complete job descriptions of everybody in the company, so everybody's clear on what they need to do.
Excellent.
And I think when you have accountability, jobs descriptions, then you can create the structure to support that, people to who to respond, who they need to respond to, and it just gives people a map, so to speak, on to where we're trying to get to.
Excellent. Very good.
And then the last thing I'd like to add is a scoreboard. You know, to me, a scoreboard is knowing where we're at any given time, so you could just take a look and see where we're headed. So a scoreboard for me is a score of how the processes and the systems are working.
Very good.
Okay.
Now, all of the things that you mentioned are critical to the success of a growing business. You didn't put them all in at one time. It's a process, so you can't stop the business to put those in.
No.
But you started the process. You continue to implement them one at a time. You went through the different sections of the business, putting them in, continuously growing, adding the processes, adding the job descriptions, adding the accountability. It's a continuous process. It's continuous process improvement. In all areas of the business, and it's an ongoing project. It never stops. I've seen that no matter how high you raise the bar in a business, there's always more to go. No matter how efficient and effective you become, you want to always be willing to take it to another level. You always be willing to push it up, raise the bar another level. If you think on a scale of 1 to 10, you've driven your business up to where it's a 10, you want to recalibrate that scale and take it back to say a 5, and then push it back up to a 10 again. So we always want to be growing the quality and the efficiency of our business, because that's what builds a better business, builds a more efficient machine, and that's what you've been committed to. It is a commitment, we were committed to the quality of the product and the quality of the service that we deliver to the customer, but we also have to be committed to the quality of our business, of the efficiency of the machine that we put together, the mechanism we put together to deliver that service. And as we continue to improve that, what I see happens is that the efficiency kicks in and people make more money. That efficiency, as you go along, drops to the bottom line, and it definitely benefits the owners of the business. So, Mitch, looking at where you're at now, and looking at how much efficiency you've built in and the team that you've put together, and all of the opportunities that you've taken advantage of because of that, what's next? Where are we going from here?
Well, I think for me, I'm trying to build a company that could be self-sustaining, where it can and essentially run itself with me just managing the top managers, which will allow me to free up to pursue other things in my life that are important, my children, continuing education, golf, vacation time. For me, that's important. And where we're going to go from here, we're going to continue to do what we do, increase the size of the machine, and as long as we're able to keep the systems and processes in place, we'll continue to grow it.
Excellent. How big do you see that you could grow this business?
As big as I want to tolerate it. So, easily 10 million, as high as 50, if not more.
So it has basically unlimited possibilities.
It really does. It's really up to me. So that's right.
Yeah. So your vision is only limited by what you're willing to do.
That's correct.
So you live in a world of unlimited possibilities, and it's really it's like what's the game you want to play. Where do what's the playground that you want to take it to, and what's the opportunities you want to take advantage of.
Right, and I would imagine with these opportunities, as I say this, the opportunities present themselves as other people want to retire, acquisitions, growth through that way. It's another unique way to to grow the business, taking on other people's businesses when they want to exit. So if I have that opportunity and it fits within the structure of our goals of the company, I'll go after that.
Yeah. What would you say? What would you say to the education that you've obtained in this process?
Oh, it's like a master's degree. I mean, PhD in business. From what I've learned in the last 8 years, working with you, Ralph, and working through all the good times and some of the times that are challenging. It's I've got a whole education. I've been in business probably over 20 years now, and in the last 8 years, I feel like I've started a new business that's condensed the amount of time it took me to get in 12 years. With a lot of velocity, I've got there in less than 8. Or at 8 years. And things are working.
Excellent. So it's really part of the excitement of being in business is the fact that you can grow with your business. It keeps the excitement in the business, because if you don't grow with your business, you'll get tired. It'll get stale. It'll get boring, and then you'll start looking for something else to do.
That's right. When you and I first talked 8 years ago, I was in the position where I think I was stressed from the job, put me in the hospital with an infection, and I had some time to think about, what direction I was going. I was actually thinking of becoming a police officer. And as I thought more, and then people came into my lives that could help me and help me get to where I'm going and guide me, that, like I said, I'm glad I made the right decision. It definitely was the right decision.
Excellent. Very good. All right. So, looking at you have both a service business and a construction business. Is that correct?
That's correct. Right.
And so there's a lot of different areas that you could build a house, or wire a house, or wire a building, or come out and repair my house. You have a lot of different things that are available that you could do for me.
That's correct. If anything from a simple service call of fixing your porch light to automating all of your mechanicals in your house, lighting, shading, air conditioning, security, you name it, we can tie it together, and I can build a house from the ground up, anywhere from 1,000 square feet to 25,000 square feet. In addition to, in our project department, we'll do universities and large commercial projects and things like that. So yeah, we're well diverse in that area, and that's what makes it fun as well. We're not just delivering one product. We're able to do a lot of different things and do them well.
Excellent. So we're going to take a break here, but when we come back from the break, Mitch is going to tell you about how to prevent electrical problems in your home and how you could work with him. And then later on in the show, we're going to be talking about, working with a coach in marketing in your business. So stay tuned.
Do you own your own business? What would happen if your computer system crashed? Would you be able to recover in a reasonable amount of time? Left Brain Tech's computer services caters to business owners who want reliable computer systems that work and are backed up in case of emergency. For your entire computer needs, call 888-239-2216 or visit leftbraintechs.com. IT solutions done right with Left Brain Techs. That's 888-239-2216 or leftbraintechs.com.
Bring your company's website's visual presence to a new level with customized, cutting-edge site solutions. LandauDesign.com can maximize the productivity of your website. They'll analyze everything you have and then creatively design a customized plan for your website that includes search engine optimization, online marketing, easy content management, and measurable results. LandauDesign.com can boost your web presence so that you can draw more customers to your site and keep their attention. so they stay on your site longer. For more information, call 310-374-0670. That's 310-374-0670, or visit online at landaudesign.com.
If you're like the 8 out of 10 women that say finding jeans that fit is a problem, well, your problem is solved. Lee Jeans has done extensive research, and they have jeans that fit. There's even an online Lee Fit Finder so you can find the right fit for you. Imagine jeans that instantly slim you with a custom fit and no gap waistband. And guys, kids, Lee has jeans for you too. Click through to Lee's Jeans on the HealthyLife.net advertiser page and get what fits.
Put a little light in your life and keep it shining with Intellectric.net, a full-service lighting design company. If you need a top electrical contracting firm to deal with all facets of electrical, from concept to completion, including repair, call Intellectric.net at 310-838-5486. They can use green technology. They are home automation specialists, and they are high-end residential specialists. With prompt and efficient service, Intellectric.net has over 10 trucks, 28 employees, and on-call electricians available to handle your needs. Educated in state-of-the-art techniques and technology for all your electrical needs. Call dependable, innovative Intellectric.net today at 310-838-5486. Keep your light shining. Call 310-838-5486 or visit online at Intellectric.net.
HealthyLife.net for healthy side effects.
Welcome back. This is Ralph White, and I'm here with Bonnie Landau, and our guest is Mitch Weiner from Intellectric. And Mitch, I said that you were going to tell us how to prevent problems with our electrical system in our home. So give us a little insight on how to do that. What kind of preventive measures should I take to make sure that I don't burn my house down with my electrical system?
Well, definitely, there's still a lot of systems out there that have the old screw-in fuses, and currently what we're seeing is a lot of people don't realize that the wire gauge on the home dictates the size of the screw-in fuse. If you can go to the hardware store and you can purchase a fuse that fits and it's a 30 and it's supposed to be a 15, people think more is better. In electrical, the higher the fuse, it's not better. We actually want to go to a lower amperage fuse. So I want people to know that those screw-in fuses, more is not better, less is better. And so that's one way to prevent any issues. For overusing too many appliances in some of these older homes, and then the wiring's not up to date to support it. So one of the things that I would recommend is having somebody that you trust, like you do your hairstylist or your doctor, to come in, evaluate the system, give you a good knowledge of where you're at, and make sure that nobody's come in there and has changed anything. If you don't have fuses and you have circuit breakers, certainly want to get in there and make sure that all the wires are tightened before there's any loose connections that can create overvoltage. And I think it's also important that smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors, and fire extinguishers are present in all homes in case there are any problems or to alert you of any problems. And I think periodically, once a year, twice a year, those should be checked to make sure those are in good working order. And if you're not able to do that or don't understand it, then what we do is we provide home maintenance agreements. So if that's something that you don't calendar or has been a while, you certainly can contact us. We'll put you on a home maintenance plan, and we can get out there once a year or whenever you request, and we can check it for you and give you an ongoing report.
That sounds excellent. How do I get in touch with you?
You can get in touch with us a number of ways. We have a website, and we're at www.intellectric.net, and that's spelled I-N-T, electric, all one word, .net. That's one way to get a hold of us, and we have a website. Another way is to call us on the phone, and it's 310-838-5486. That's another way to get a hold of us. And let's see, I think... So I've got the internet, I've got the voice, and you can even email me if you like. And I'm at Mitch@intellectric.net. If you'd like to speak to me, or if you have a specific issue that you want me to go over, I'm happy to address that with you. So those are three ways that you can get a hold of us. We're also on Angie's List. We've been in the industry here over 20 years, and we're well known, and we're happy to help people and solve difficult problems that other people don't seem to be able to solve. So
sounds like
that's what we
you know
do.
you're very obviously very well informed, and one of the things that I hear is when you start talking about this, it gets a little scary. So it's as a homeowner, I don't have fuses, I have circuit breakers, but knowing you as long as I have, I know that you break it down and make it very simple for people. But as a homeowner, people need to be aware of that. Electricity is dangerous, and you guys know electricity very well, and it's people need to listen to what you're saying and be aware that you guys are experts in the area. Not everybody that's got a screwdriver is an expert as an electrician. So a lot of people claim do handyman can work on your electrical system, but I would caution people to make sure that they're dealing with somebody that's trained. Aren't your people you have trained, certified? They're technicians that are very qualified.
That's correct, Ralph. The state of California initiated about 4 years ago that all employees that work for electrical contractors or anybody who touches electricity take a 4-hour exam that's run by the state of California, and they're required to pass this test, and if they don't, they have to take it again and again. So we are in 100% compliance with all our field workers being California State Certified Journeymen. I'm a licensed C10 electrical contractor, and from there, I think it's important that people realize in today's environment, everything from an electric toothbrush to the air conditioning in your house is electrified, and people have to understand how these systems operate, how to make them operate safely, and the way that they're intended that they were installed. And it takes knowledgeable people to maintain those systems, not to put you or your family in jeopardy or any kind of harm. And we enforce the National Electrical Code to the book. And it's our job to make sure that the way the systems are designed, that we keep them as safe as possible. And we explain it in layman's terms where you can understand it. We don't use a lot of industry talk. And we explain it to as much as you want us to explain it to you. So I'll leave it at that. Some people want to know, other people just fix it and send me the bill.
All right.
Hey, Mitch, this is Bonnie. I had a question for you as somebody who has kids, and I know you have kids too. Safety with regards to electricity is so critical. I know that in our home we had a fire in a closet because of a light bulb that didn't have a cover, and a piece of clothing fell into it. And thank God I was home when it happened. But I wonder, when people are baby-proofing their house for their first child, do you offer a safety inspection? And, do you come in, and what would that include so that parents can know that their house is going to be really safe when they have that child crawling around?
That's good. I know a lot of people child-proof their homes, and they plug in the little plastic tabs inside of the outlets, and those make it difficult at time when somebody wants to vacuum or plug something in. Sometimes the tabs break off. And what they've come up with a lot of unique products for the children. A lot of the electrical code has been written for young people at that level, where they now have tamper-proof receptacles where you can't stick in that hairpin or the paper clip and watch the carbon burn up. And then you're exactly right. In the closets where people maybe have these old type of pull chain fixtures with the old bare bulb, and then you're stacking things on the top shelf. I can come in there and certainly identify a lot of the things that maybe you're not even aware of.
That's exactly what happened in our house.
And if somebody can come in there on a basis, a regular basis, and identify, hey, you know what, I understand you added this, but I see the long extension cord. That cord really isn't of sufficient size to support that piece of equipment. We're going to make a recommendation. Where surge protection for too much power coming into the house. We want to have surge protection on the house to absorb the excess voltage so it doesn't burn up all the hi-fi equipment and the big TVs and all these other important computers and components in the house. So electricity's come a long way. It's not just about having a bare bulb and two wires grounding is very important, which I think gets overlooked at times. And if you can have somebody like us come in there and identify this, at least you're educated to what you have. And then from there, you can make intelligent decisions.
So if I were to be putting in a home office, it would be really important to bring you in and help to make the decisions about how to plan that home office to protect the computers and to protect the electricity in the home, to make sure it's not going to get burned out.
That's right, and certainly to make sure you have adequate equipment to run all of that, adequate power to run all of that equipment, so it doesn't create disruptions for you and doesn't cause a problem down the line. That's right.
So, and you also go all the way to the other side, where to home automation, big screen TVs,
Right.
all of that fancy stuff that we do in the houses to make them automated and that type of work as well.
That's right. And then home automation, to me, I like to explain it like people buy new cars that we get in the car, and when we stick our key in the ignition, the seats go back to a certain position, the mirrors adjust, the air conditioning comes up to a certain temperature, and that's sort of like how I explain home automation. A lot of us are creatures of habits. We enter the house a certain way every time, and if you can push a button and have the drapes open or close and be able to bring up the stereo to the music that you like, turn on the lights for a specific path. A lot of times you're not going around the house, so when you're leaving, trying to make sure everything's turned off in the morning, or if you're going on vacation, and you can, a simple touch of a button can put your house in a specific mode. And if it's an away button and all the lights go off, and it sets the thermostat back to a certain temperature, and it tells the security to arm itself and turn off everything that's not needed. And in some mid-sized to large homes, this is actually necessary now as building automation and green technology goes.
Excellent. So thank you very much for all of that very valuable information, Mitch. I'm sure that our listeners got a lot of information that they could use. And give them your phone number again, if you would, please.
Okay, again, our phone number is 310-838-5486.
Excellent. Now we invite you to contact Mitch, and we're going to take a break here. And when we come back, we're going to be talking about the whole life matrix and marketing. We'll be right back.
Imagine Possibilities Unlimited. Well, they're here, and they want to help your business. Possibilities Unlimited offers the best business consulting and coaching that provides incredible results. Ralph White and his team of experts bring a variety of experience and expertise to your business. Discover how their whole life matrix can positively affect your personal and business life. Focusing on key challenges, they'll devise a customized plan and give you the support you need every step of the way until you achieve your intended results. Call Possibilities Unlimited today at 310-372-8538. That's 310-372-8538. No business is too big or too small. Possibilities Unlimited can help them all. Call now at 310-372-8538 or visit consulting2win.com. That's consulting2win.com.
Do you own your own business? What would happen if your computer system crashed? Would you be able to recover in a reasonable amount of time? Left Brain Tech's computer services caters to business owners who want reliable computer systems that work and are backed up in case of emergency. For your entire computer needs, call 888-239-2216 or visit leftbraintechs.com. IT solutions done right with Left Brain Techs. That's 888-239-2216 or leftbraintechs.com.
Oh man, it never fails. My suitcase just got ripped apart.
Life is a journey. Make it a pleasant one. Use Samsonite. You know the name. For almost a century, Samsonite luggage has proved itself to be the worldwide leader in innovative travel solutions. Let it be yours. Visit HealthyLife.net's affiliate Samsonite on our homepage and click to look at the fine luggage from suitcases to golf travel bags. And don't forget, take a look at their travel accessories. Make life a journey, a pleasant one, with Samsonite.
Whether your business is in products or services, one thing you need to be successful is sales. And now you can take the mystery out of selling and discover how to consistently produce top sales results with Possibilities Unlimited 8-week Sales to Win course. The Sales to Win course can be attended by anyone from anywhere because it's given by conference call. You'll be taught by top sales and marketing experts all about the sales process, and you'll be given top techniques and tips. It's all simply broken down for you and presented in a stress-free environment. But the best thing is, it's so affordable. It's money well spent because you'll make even more money back with your increased sales. Don't wait. Enroll in the Sales to Win course for yourself and your sales staff right now. You won't want to miss this opportunity to raise your bottom line. Call 310-372-8538. That's 310-372-8538.
HealthyLife.net, the Positive Radio Network.
Okay, welcome back. This is Ralph White, and I'm here with Bonnie Landau and Mitch Weiner from Intellectric. And this is the segment where we talk about our whole life matrix. And if you want to check out the matrix, you can go to our consultingtowin.com/matrix website on our website and take a look at it. And this is the aspect of our coaching program where we look at the 4 different areas of life, where we look at your financial viability, relationships, personal awareness, and health and well-being. And we coach in a model to where nothing happens until it's put in time, so that your everything must go into your calendar, and your calendar is a picture of the results that you're going to have in the future. So that's the premise that we operate on in our Consulting to Win program, and we look at different aspects of that each week and work with you on putting something into your calendar to produce a result for you, and that's what the major element of our coaching program. And this week we're continuing to work on sales, and we're working on marketing, and we want to have a conversation about where do you find clients, where do you find customers. So Bonnie, and this also applies to you, Mitch, so I welcome you to participate in the conversation. So Bonnie, where do we find customers?
Well, that's a great question. I mean, if you have a company, you've had a company for a long time, and you've been working with the same kind of people, and you want to break out and find new kind of people to work with, where would you go to look for those new kinds of people? Do you look in your company or outside your company? What do you think?
I think I'd have to look outside my company.
Maybe, but not necessarily. If you look within your company, you might find that there's certain types of clients that are very profitable for you. Mitch, isn't this true with your company? Haven't you typed out certain kinds of clients that you know are really excellent clients for you?
Yes.
What kind of client would be a good example of that?
Well, a good client for me would be an interior decorator or a general contractor.
So they're leading you to the custom home renovation and construction jobs.
Right.
Yeah, so, and by looking at your current client base and looking at not the actual clients, but the type of businesses they're in, you can actually say, this kind of client is going to be most profitable for me. And then by looking at the type of client, then you can pick groups of people that would make optimum extensions in your client base.
So you're saying identify where I'm making money.
Exactly.
And then go look for more of those.
Exactly.
Well, that's a pretty good idea.
And I mean, with a type of client, so you were talking about interior designers, Mitch, and reaching out to the interior designers. Have you looked into some of the associations, or where do you look to find more interior designers if there are no more in your internal network?
Yeah, well, I've been looking into that, and then they belong to organizations. So you're going to have to look at the organization that they belong to, where they all gather at a specific time, and then approach that organization. Like for the interior designers, it would be the ASID.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can find the organizations that they frequent, and if you're saying something of value that can that support that interior designer, if you can support them, then you certainly can support the other ones.
Absolutely. And then you would need to figure out how you're going to connect with that group. Now, it could go 2 ways. You could do a more general approach. So you could, let's say, there's an association meeting for interior designers, and Mitch, you offer to do a pitch on home automation. and how can they plan integrating that into a redesign of a home or a specific room. And so then you're pitching to a group of people. But then the other thing that you could do is you could actually pick specific interior designers that you want to connect with. So perhaps Mitch, you're located in Culver City, right?
Correct.
So perhaps in the Culver City Chamber, you go to their website and say, how many interior designers are on this website? Then you call up the people at your chamber and you say, I see you've got 5 interior designers. Do they come to the meetings? And you might actually find a quicker, easier way to make a very good connection with a specific designer rather than just doing a blanket pitch to a group of people that you don't have something in common. I find that the chambers, the people really want to support each other in the chambers, and they're a great way to make that quick, fast connection.
Now, you actually talk about that in our Sales to Win course.
Yes.
And so it's, you go deeply into that aspect of finding new clients. And
yes, and I think that the thing is that people say, well, I can't find anybody else. I asked everybody I know. And what this is, it's a strategic plan to go and find more of the people that work for you.
right.
It's your opportunity to not only create more of those sales opportunities, but to create the customer base of the types of customers that you desire.
Right. It's sort of narrowing the field down. Instead of hunting with a shotgun, you're going to hunt with a rifle. You're looking for exactly what's a fit, exactly what works for you, where you make your money.
Well, and it ties right into, in Sales to Win, we start with setting 3 goals. Now, if you set specific goals, you have more likelihood of hitting them because you can see what you're going for. So when you're trying to reach customers, when you're doing marketing, it's always good to do blanket marketing because that brings in identity.
Right.
It brings in recognition. So when you make the connection, they're like, oh yeah, I've heard of you. But if you know exactly who you're going for, the likelihood is much better that you're going to make the connection and get that customer that you're trying to achieve.
Okay, good. All right, we're going to take another break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about what it's like to work with a sales coach, a marketing coach. Thank you.
There are 3 wise women at Possibilities Unlimited, and if you want to improve your business's bottom line, you'll want to get to know them because they want to help you with your business, and they can. Wise web woman Bonnie Landau will help make your website the best it can be. She'll help you with all web-related things, including social media. Wise marketing woman Mary Mullinoff wields her magic to find and obtain sales leads for you, and she'll help you identify and qualify prospects. Leanne Farmer, wise work life woman, hones your customer relations, communications, and sales skills as she teaches you how to manage your work and life in balance. There are options of coaching with one or all 3 wise women. Get to know them now. Call 310-372-8538. That's 310-372-8538, or visit consulting2win.com. That's consulting2win.com.
What does HealthyLife.net and Amazon.com have in common? Well, they're both available on the internet. They both give great value. But most important, most of our positive program hosts and guests are accomplished authors, and their books are available from, you got it, Amazon.com. Now, it even gets better than that, because when you're listening on air to a HealthyLife.net host or guest, you can go directly to Amazon.com and you can order your book while you're still listening to your favorite HealthyLife.net program. So when you hear an author you like, go to the homepage of HealthyLife.net and click on Amazon.com.
Demystify the world of social marketing and get it to work for you. You can maximize your market potential in sales, and Bonnie Landau of Possibilities Unlimited can help. Discover how to use Twitter, LinkedIn, and more to market your business. Learn how to expand your prospect base, improve your web presence, but more importantly, get results. Your possibilities are unlimited. Social networking can impact your bottom line in a positive way. Find out how with Bonnie Landau of Possibilities Unlimited. Call today at 310-372-8538. That's 310-372-8538, or visit consulting2win.com, consulting2win.com.
Do you own your own business? What would happen if your computer system crashed? would you be able to recover in a reasonable amount of time? Left Brain Tech's computer services caters to business owners who want reliable computer systems that work and are backed up in case of emergency. For your entire computer needs, call 888-239-2216 or visit leftbraintechs.com. IT solutions done right with Left Brain Techs. That's 888-239-2216 or leftbraintechs.com.
All positive talk with a mature edge. HealthyLife.net.
Welcome back. This is Ralph White here with Bonnie Landau, and our guest today is Mitch Weiner from Intellectric. And the topic for this segment is working with a marketing coach. So, Bonnie, what is the value of working with a marketing coach? Why would I work with you?
Well, I think the biggest key for working with a marketing coach is keeping the consistency of the implementation of your marketing plan. I really think that and what I've seen with businesses is they have a lot of really good intentions and they put a lot of really good ideas together, but actually executing it, they start, but somehow it gets fizzled out and then it doesn't get carried out. And so they kind of do it a little bit, but not really, and then a little bit more, and then kind of not at all. And so when you work with a coach, the coach kind of keeps you on task. If you do it every week, you can have weekly reports. This is what I did this week. And the other really good advantage about working with a coach is that marketing is not always a definite linear process. You know, there's a lot of things that you can do really simply and really directly, but then the results you achieve may change how you want to approach something. So then how do you change your mind? Now you have, these set things in your calendar that you're going to implement, but you just won a really big project from a type of customer you didn't even know would make a good customer. Now, how are you going to reach more of those kinds of people?
Sort of like, how do you put in the corrections for the changes? So I'm hearing that, one, the support of keeping yourself in action, and two, somebody to help you, make the decisions for the corrections. Okay. And, when you talk about marketing plans, I've seen cases where people do very elaborate marketing plans and then stick them in their desk and never even go back and look at them. And I've seen cases, where they put them on their computer and, look at them a little bit and then, never implement them. So,
yeah, I think it's really important too when you have a business where you have multiple people working on it that you have a weekly marketing meeting. So all of you together are keeping each other on task. And then you work with a coach to help you keep moving in the right direction or course correct, as you said, if you find that another result might be more beneficial.
Mitch, I know you've got a marketing plan and that you've implemented it. How is that process working for you?
Well, we shifted our marketing plan from print to electronic, and it seems that's where most people are collecting or gathering some information. And I think we're definitely seeing a different trend here versus before relying on a little bit of marketing and word of referral, but we're seeing a lot of more action coming off of the internet, which is where we're putting all our energy into right now.
Yes, that's an excellent point, because I've seen over and over again that where a company puts its energy, where people focus, is where you're going to have a result. And if you can get a team of people all focused on the same thing, you're going to have a bigger result. And if you can keep them focused on it over a period of time, the period of time is the essential ingredient, you will have a bigger result. It's not it's like, that's the reason our programs, like Sales to Win, goes over an eight sessions over about a 16-week period of time, because it's not something where somebody goes one day, does a seminar, and then they go home and they feel great about it and they got great ideas, and then a week later they've forgotten about it and moved on to something else. It takes that period of time, putting it in their calendar, taking the actions over time to produce a result. And that's critical. That focused, coupled with time, coupled with action, is what it takes to make a result happen.
I also think it's really important too to make sure that your actions are covering or reaching the people that you want to reach. I know, Mitch, that in your company you have a very active team establishing a very, very robust internet presence to help you come up in the search engine rankings. Isn't that correct?
Right, yes.
And that's extremely beneficial for your service division where people need home repair. Is that accurate?
Right, and that's where we're seeing a significant impact in that area.
Right, but then you have we talked about the interior designers. They may not be looking for you online, so you have another direction in your marketing which is more personal, more the traditional one-on-one networking kind of marketing.
Right, and that's my job. I meet and greet. I go out and do that sort of thing as the service department is looking ways just to have recurring calls come in for us, and that's another extension of way for people to know about us. And we're seeing that when people find out and work with us, they're very pleased. They're pleased with the quality, our professionalism, the pricing is fair, and they tell us about other people. So that in of itself, that's what we're looking for. We just need more people to know who we are and then the value that we can create. And once you work with us, then you tell others.
And Mitch makes a really excellent point. Your customers are your best marketing tool. And it's not just who they're talking to, but actually asking them to provide you feedback in arenas that other people are going to gain knowledge from. So I know, Mitch, you guys have a very good presence in the business directories in the area, and that you have clients who've put testimonials online in those business directories. Isn't that right?
That's true. And, currently we probably have over 2,500 customers. And before we would just have customers tell about word of mouth, but now with the presence of the internet, with people being able to leave their thoughts and other people can read it, it most likely directs people that are questioning it to say, hey, let me call them. I really like these reviews. So we're getting the word of mouth referral, we're getting the written referral, and we're gaining customers.
And I think it's really important that your marketing plan includes capturing what your own customers can say about you. And you guys created a leave behind card that when you go and do a service call and you leave it saying, if you like your service, please give us a review online to encourage that. Isn't that correct?
That's correct, yes.
Yeah,
we need that. That's really our main focus, is to create enough history about people saying their opinions about us so other people, if they read the testimonials, will encourage them to call us.
Yeah, I was recently reading an internet statistic. They said 70% of people looking for service people online look at those reviews. So those reviews in the words of your customers, not that you rewrote it, but their own words, are extremely valuable sales tools. And you've captured that and really utilized it in a way that does nothing except share exactly what you are, an awesome company to work with who's going to provide quality service.
And not only that, even from the management down to the warehouse guy, we all recognize that it's customer service, customer service, customer service. We all know what our trades are, and people love customer service. And if a company is founded on that and we're delivering it, I think most people are calling you up because they want us to provide customer service and good quality work, and that's really what business is about.
Excellent, Mitch. Okay, we're going to take a break here, and when we come back, we're going to give you a closing for today. Thank you. Hold on, please.
Bring your company's website's visual presence to a new level with customized, cutting-edge site solutions. LandauDesign.com can maximize the productivity of your website. They'll analyze everything you have and then creatively design a customized plan for your website that includes search engine optimization, online marketing, easy content management, and measurable results. LandauDesign.com can boost your web presence so that you can draw more customers to your site and keep their attention, so they stay on your site longer. For more information, call 310-374-0670. That's 310-374-0670, or visit online at LandauDesign.com. Whether your business is in products or services, one thing you need to be successful is sales. And now you can take the mystery out of selling and discover how to consistently produce top sales results with Possibilities Unlimited 8-week Sales to Win course. The Sales to Win course can be attended by anyone from anywhere because it's given by conference call. You'll be taught by top sales and marketing experts all about the sales process, and you'll be given top techniques and tips. It's all simply broken down for you and presented in a stress-free environment. But the best thing is, it's so affordable. It's money well spent because you'll make even more money back with your increased sales. Don't wait. Enroll in the Sales to Win course for yourself and your sales staff right now. You won't want to miss this opportunity to raise your bottom line. Call 310-372-8538. That's 310-372-8538.
Uplifting Talk. HealthyLife.net.
Welcome back. This is Ralph White and Bonnie Landau. We want to thank you for joining us today. We want to thank Mitch Weiner of Intellectric for being with us. It's been a really interesting day about marketing and creating possibilities for sales in your business. We want to remind you that if you're interested in sharing an idea for a topic with us, please send me an email at ralph@consultingtowin.com. We also want to keep in mind that we do have a Sales to Win program coming up and on October the 7th. And you can check it out online at our website, www.consultingtowin.com, and you can register. And this course is an 8-session program. It's every other week, and it has a internet element to it, to where you will have a community on the internet where you can ask questions and get coaching over the internet, as well as the interaction during the course. So it's a very valuable course, and we've had excellent results from the people that have completed the program. So anything for you, Bonnie, some secret marketing tip that you could leave them with?
Well, I would tell them to look at their customer base. Look at your customer base and figure out which customers are the best customers or the ones you like to work with the most, and make yourself a list of your customer types and start using that as your goal for your marketing. Find those people and reach them.
All right. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.